Merry Christmas from MysticView TV. There you go.
Welcome back to The Wonder, Foxwoods Resort Casino. Now open. Rooms starting at $79.
Hark all the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, big and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song. We jump on in, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, Lord of the day, turning it to daily, very loud. People sing a song of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding, many, many days, ding, many, many days. Gone without end, dear jungle tongue to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, big and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song. Winter morning, dawn caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, Lord of the day, turning it to hearing the ring of people sing song of good cheer. Christmas is here. Many, many, many days, many, many, many days. On and they send on without end, their joyful tone to every home.
On and they send on without end, their joyful tone to every home.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Bum.
You better not shout, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
The only thing better than experiencing Mohegan Sun is experiencing it all over again.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! How are you all? Well, it's time for some of Santa's secrets, but first, it's time for a little nourishment before I sit down. My health elves have been telling me to lose some weight, but, well, with COVID and all, I think I'm putting it right back on. Well, I thought I would share some secrets with you that people often ask about. You gotta say, I'll sit down, put my cookie down here for later. Well, let's see. Maybe the first secret we should talk about is the North Pole, because I get a lot of questions about that. And that's sort of a long story if you got a little bit. See, back in the 1800s, no one had been to the North Pole before. Everyone wondered what it was like up there, but they knew it was very remote. No one lived there. Well, oddly enough, I'm very shy. You may not know that, but when I show up in parades or on tugboats or in fire trucks, I know what it's like when you stand up in class and try and read a paper or give a speech, because I get a case of stage fright. Oh my. So the idea of living somewhere really remote was interesting to me. Now, I'm originally from Turkey, which is down in the Mediterranean. It's much warmer. So I really didn't know so much about the North Pole and cold places. Now, my elves, mostly from Scandinavia, they tried to convince me it was maybe not such a good idea. They knew about the North Pole. But I was like, oh, no. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm very optimistic. Well, we moved up to the North Pole and set up a workshop, and it was all pretty good for quite a while. But then explorers started showing up, research stations, vessels, and boats, and then the ice sort of started melting a little bit more and not freezing as much. And the elves, they sort of missed the forests and woods because they grew up around trees, and I kind of missed walking by the shore without having to worry about slipping under an ice floe or something like that, polar bears and seals. Well, so eventually we decided that maybe it would be a good idea, as there were more and more people and we had to deliver more and more presents, that we should maybe have workshops in lots of places. Other places that were closer to people so that we could distribute the presents easier. And that seemed like a good idea too. But my elves, they have a little bit of mischief in them. So whenever we set up a new workshop, maybe it was their way of sort of reminding me that I'm not always right. They decided that they would always put up a North Pole in front of our workshop, and they would call all our workshops the North Pole. Just to remind me, I think, that maybe I should pay attention to them too. When you send mail, though, we still have a mail facility up at the North Pole, but your letters will come to all our different workshops and I will get them. As long as they're addressed to the North Pole, it all works out just fine. So, one of those things that, seemed like a good idea at the time is really actually worked out okay, because sometimes it's nice to be very quiet and secretive, but we do love the forests, and I have to say that some of my favorite workshops are where some of my favorite Christmas trees grow. Like the Christmas tree at the Rockefeller Center in New York City. It's called a Norway spruce. So I tend to like living where there's big pine trees like that are beautiful. But I also love walking by the shore and the beaches and the mountains. So if you see one of my workshops, drop by and visit. But don't worry, your letters will always get to me. Well, with that, I might take my cookie and get back to work. I'm sure that you'll be going to bed early on Christmas Eve so I can still deliver presents. Of course, of course. Well, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we may chat again as I think of other common questions people often ask me. All right then. Now don't forget, be good. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Oh, and don't forget the milk and cookies.
Welcome back to The Wonder, Foxwoods Resort Casino. Now open. Rooms starting at $79.
So you've eaten at the restaurants, shopped around town, maybe taken a picture or two of the Mystic Bridge. Now what? Well, I'll bet you're looking to relax. A few blocks from the bridge is River Road. Uncharted by most, it's waiting to be explored. This 2-mile scenic stretch of back road in and out of Mystic mirrors the twists and turns of the Mystic River. That makes it perfect for a jog, bike ride, joyride, or just a walk to clear your mind. And once you're done, you can order dessert tonight, guilt-free. The snow comes with a chill in the air, a freeze on the river, locked in an icy glare. Citizens gather in their warm place of rest, the quiet blanket some of Mystic's best. No fears, it's a time to stay bold. Our history has always come with the cold. That's part of New England, in winter we trust. We know summer will come soon to satisfy our lust.
Get in the front row crowd, I'll make a base. Come take a photo now, you'll be amazed. I got this mojo out, getting me paid. I got it made, I got it made.
The only thing better than experiencing Mohegan Sun is experiencing it all over again. Get it?
Now that's how you travel, discover, live.
First of all, I didn't start with reindeer. No, when I started out as a young man, from Turkey up through Europe, initially it was a sack and a staff, and I would walk and deliver presents. It was pretty easy. There weren't many presents to deliver. As I had to deliver more and more presents as I moved through Europe, I had to try different things. Let's see, I tried a dog cart and a pony cart. Tried goat carts in Scandinavia. The elves up there then, they were using goat carts, and they talked me into trying that. And it worked okay, but I still couldn't carry many presents. And then I think it was in a visit to America where I saw a stagecoach with lots of horses carrying a coach. And I thought, oh, that's a great idea. Look how much they could carry. So when I got back to the North Pole, the elves and I tried it. Well, we tried it with goats first. That didn't work. Oh, no, goats go like that when they're all together. Herding goats is near impossible. Now, luckily, some of the elves knew some Sami people. Now, the Sami people are people that live up by the Arctic Circle, and they herd reindeer. So they thought that would be a good idea. They herd them together. They all worked together, the reindeer. And so we tried that, and it worked really well. Now, there's a part to this that's sort of the part of elfin magic and part of the reason that people get confused, because so much of what the elves and I do spans the world of dream and the waking world, the world of myth and legend and your regular workaday world. So the elf world is a little different. They move a little faster, and they are certainly magical creatures. And a lot of my Christmas magic is due to them. Now, that's where we come to flying reindeer. Reindeer don't really fly. They don't have wings. There's nothing to get them going like that. No, what's really happening is they're sort of riding on a wave, if you will, a sort of temporal kind of wave between the world of dream and the world of waking that's created in front of the sleigh. So they're really walking across this invisible wave. And it's sort of interesting. We did have to come up with a special diet for them because they still got a little queasy trying to do this. Looking down for a reindeer was a little scary at first. Now, what's interesting about the diet, that the elves came up with all of this, really. So this diet, special lichen and moss and things like that grow in the woods, it has this interesting effect. Now, most people don't know this, but male reindeer usually shed or lose their antlers in the wintertime. But when you see all the reindeer carrying the sleigh, they all have their antlers on. Some of them are male reindeer, and some of them are girl reindeer, but they all have their antlers on. Now, we didn't know why this was, why the male reindeer wouldn't lose their antlers on this diet. Now, we thought that maybe it's because the antlers keep the buoyancy going for their heads to sort of keep upright. And that's probably the best idea we've had thus far. But be that as it may, the diet lets them keep their antlers on all year round. Now, the other part to this, the how do I deliver so many presents in one night part, is that when we are flying or riding this wave of between realities and time, we're going very fast. You wouldn't really see us. You might see us as maybe a shooting star across the sky. In fact, if you do see a shooting star around Christmas time, that could be us. Or at other times of the year, it could be us out doing training runs. You never know. But we go very fast until we get to a house, and then we slow down to sort of the normal pace that you all live by. Now, because of that, where you think we're delivering presents all in one night, to us it seems like several nights, really. We're just delivering and delivering and delivering because we're going very fast. And that's why having snacks for the reindeer, the carrots or apples, or for yours truly, a cookie, are very helpful, because really we don't have time to stop for dinner or breakfast or lunch or dinner or breakfast or lunch. Just deliver, and snack. And then across the sky, we take turns sleeping. So between the reindeer flying and the speed at which we fly, those two things are sort of an interrelated piece of sort of elfin magic. I hope that clears it up a little bit for you. It's still very wonderful, even when you understand how it worked. Now, I think I might have one more or two more little talks to give. We'll see if I have the time, but hopefully I do. It's been wonderful having these chances to chat with everybody. It's really great. But I do miss seeing you all before Christmas as well. With that, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a happy Yuletide season. And don't forget, be good. Okay. Well, I should head off, see what's going on in the rest of the workshop. I'll be seeing you. Take care. Bye-bye. And don't forget, put out some milk and cookies.
Welcome back to The Wonder, Foxwoods Resort Casino. Now open. Rooms starting at $79.
The act of giving begins with the art of shopping. And it truly is an art at R.A. Giorgetti and Company in Old Mystic Village. It all adds up to gifting first class. R.A. Giorgetti and Company, Old Mystic Village.
From the shoreline to the rolling hills, Connecticut hotels are welcoming back guests. You'll notice some new health and cleaning protocols, all to make sure your stay is safe and comfortable. We checked in with hotels across the state to see how they're approaching the changes.
We've put so much effort into making our property ready to reopen our doors, and we can't wait to share that with everyone. We're located in the heart of downtown Mystic. You've got some amazing area attractions like the Mystic Aquarium and the Mystic Seaport. I really can't think of a better community that gives you a safe, enjoyable way to experience New England.
Safety is our first priority. We are a wellness-minded hotel. We have fitness equipment in every single room, so if you're not comfortable with sharing space in our gym, you can work out in your room. We just want to make your stay as comfortable as possible and welcome you back whenever you're ready.
Staying at a hotel that's following the proper measures is a good thing. When you come to a place like Saybrook Point, we've thought ahead about how you can enjoy your stay, but how you can be distanced.
We've completely changed all of our procedures from check-in to check-out to housekeeping to ensure not only the safety of our guests, but of our staff as well.
We've been emphasizing social distancing, deep cleaning, and disinfecting. Housekeeping is constantly coming through the space, cleaning up high-touch surfaces.
The guests and employees coming back here can feel secure and safe. We have really done a very, very diligent job in making sure that we're protecting everybody. We're following the guidelines, and we feel very, very comfortable that we're doing things right.
One of the hardest parts about this whole crisis is not being able to see our guests, and we cannot wait to have them come back through our doors again.
It will be so good to see our employees and guests again.
Have a very merry Mystic. It's a great time of year. The stores are open, the gifts are glowing. Now's the time for you to be here. The streets are filled with joy. The chefs are grilling, the night is thrilling. I'm sure you'll find the right toy. Have a very merry Mystic. We wish you all the best. Come shop and eat and stay a while. Our town will take care of the rest. Merry Mystic Christmas, everyone. William Gillette may have believed he was Sherlock Holmes. He certainly achieved fame and fortune by portraying the legendary sleuth on the New York stage. Some believe he set the tone of what we expect from our Sherlocks. Called eccentric by some, Gillette was able to live his life as he saw fit, and about 100 years ago started building this castle overlooking the Connecticut River in East Haddam. Unique in many ways, both his story and the castle. It's a backroad adventure complete with antique shops, nature along the river, and a unique castle destination for a picnic, hiking, and more views. Tell them MysticView TV sent you. Gillette Castle is about a 40-minute drive from the Mystic area. Head south on I-95 to Old Lyme, then head north on Route 156. Then follow the signs to Gillette Castle in East Haddam. Castle grounds open all year round. Tours available Memorial Day through Labor Day weekend.
Welcome back to the Wonder, Foxwoods Resort Casino. Now open. Rooms starting at $79.
Norwich might surprise you. It's a classic New England mill town built on several hills overlooking the Thames, Yantic, and Shetucket rivers. A thriving center of commerce in the 19th and 20th century, it played a key role in the evolution of the United States. Immigrants have been coming here since its first settlement in 1659. And today, Norwich offers a diverse culture of art, architecture, dining, and history. And it's worth the 15-minute trip north from Mystic to immerse yourself in its special charm.
I was approached by one of my colleagues and she asked, hey, it's the submarine century, do you want to do anything to celebrate that? Thinking that I would do something within my own classroom. So I thought about doing a public art project with them and decided that, why stop there? Why not do something bigger that could be enjoyed by the entire community? I came up with the design for the fun sub design. And then from there, I actually put out a call to artists and decided to recruit different artists to paint them. And that's what we got in designs. Quite a variety. There are some that are reverent and some that are just plain humorous, but there's something for everyone's taste. The best part about the subs is that they're tactile and visual symbols. It's a public art project, and the idea is it should be accessible to the community. It should be something that people relate to and something people can touch and be a part of and feel connected to. I hope that as the exhibit continues through October, that everyone will get a chance to truly appreciate and think a little bit more deeply about what we have to be proud of in our region, not just in Groton, but our whole southeastern Connecticut region.
Get in the front row crowd, I'll make a blaze. Come take a photo now, you'll be amazed. I got this mojo out, getting me paid. I got it made, I got it made.
The only thing better than experiencing Mohegan Sun is experiencing it all over again.
Well, hello! Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's good to see you all. I guess it's time for another episode of Santa's Secrets Revealed. What should we talk about? Maybe we'll talk about elves. I get lots of questions about elves. How about that? Put this down and I'll have a seat. Well. Elves, you say? My favorite topic. You know, elves really do much of the work around Christmas time. I get the credit, they do the work. I feel bad about that, but they're very shy, you know. They're very hard to see. Well, and a lot of people wonder why they look different. Some are tall, some are short, some have pointy ears, and some have rounded ears. Well, the thing is, I work with elves from all over the place, all different kinds of elves, so that's why they look different. I work with elves from Scandinavia and Germany and Iceland, too. The Yule lads from Iceland, they can be a little mischievous, though. But still, they're great fun to work with. Now, I grew up in Turkey, and I didn't know much about elves. And it really wasn't until I was walking across up through Germany and through Europe and then on to Scandinavia that I would go from town to town and often spend the night in the woods or the mountains or the forests. And I would see these little people early in the morning, late at night when I was quiet and meditating and thinking about things. And I guess they were being quiet too because I could see them and I could talk to them every once in a while. And as we got to talking, it turned out that, at least in Scandinavia, a lot of those elves did much the same things that I do around Christmas time, around delivering presents for the holidays. So it seemed like it was a good idea to maybe work together. Now, the funny thing about elves is, have you ever seen a bunny rabbit when it is sort of close by and it freezes and hopes that you won't see it? Well, elves are sort of the same way, but kind of opposite. So the reason we don't usually see elves is because they move much faster than us. Usually all you see is a blur or a glint of light. I think it was the movie Peter Pan where Tinkerbell flutters about, and she's just a little light going doo 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 doo, and not until she lands on a leaf do you actually see her. Well, she was a fairy, but elves are very much the same in that regard, that they move very quickly, and they're very hard to see unless they're very still. So they're very shy that way. Well, that's why you don't usually see them, and I guess that's why they're very happy with me doing much of the front work and them working back behind the scenes because they are very shy indeed. Now, along with the native-born elves, there is a whole school of honorary elves. And those are people that deliver presents. A lot of the delivery trucks bring presents all over the world. And then there's the people that gather the Christmas trees. And then there's the people that work in the stores and the shops. People baking goods and making treats and wonderful gifts for others to give. They're all sort of honorary elves too. Now my hope is that we can get lots and lots of people to be honorary elves. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Certainly make even less work for me. But no, it's because it's so much fun, and I think that's the main thing. Giving presents to others is great fun. Well, maybe you'd be considering being an honorary elf too. And the other interesting thing? You never really know when an elf is about. And sometimes you don't even know when you're talking to one. So, with that, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, a happy Yuletide season, and don't forget, be good. Okay. Well, it's still my busy time of the year, and I still have things to do. But there may be more little sessions of Santa's Secrets, because this year I'm not visiting as much before Christmas, and I have a little time to sit down and share some of the many questions people usually ask me every year. So stay tuned, and we'll be in touch, okay? Be good. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget those milk and cookies.
Welcome back to The Wonder, Foxwoods Resort Casino. Now open. Rooms starting at $79. Welcome back to the Wonder, Foxwoods Resort Casino. Now open. Rooms starting at $79.
Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.